Find your breath, settle in, and simply notice how you feel on this Valentine's Day, this year, in this moment in time. Noticing whatever is coming up for you. And the invitation of today's class is taking good care of yourself and loving yourself as much as you love others and as much as others might love you. In The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, he suggests at one point that you can borrow someone else's belief in you until you catch up. And many of us have people who love us and see us very differently than we see ourselves. So can you borrow that belief? And can you grow your own belief wherever in that cycle you are? Because most of us are exceptional at being hard on themselves. I am especially good at that. And I was noticing over the last few days that I have been very hard on myself about my heel and its pace of recovery and all the subsequent downstream effects of that. Not having been able to hike like I like to and do things that I like to, and all of the noise that comes with that. And so I encourage all of you to think about the noise in your head that you tell yourself about yourself. And could you be as loving and kind and caring to yourself as you are for everyone else? And so using the breath as a way to care for yourself, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Letting yourself settle in and enjoy the breath, sending it to the pinky toes and pinky fingers. And notice where you've placed your hands naturally and adjust them if you want. Perhaps palms up as an invitation to move forward with a little more lightness, a little more play, a little less judgment, and maybe being on your own team or on your own side. And if you need, borrow it from those people out there who care about you. They could be a special person, or they could be the people in the world who care about you. I think many of us don't even notice who those are. So taking time today on Valentine's Day to notice who are the people in the world who care about you, who wish you well, and let yourself be one of those on purpose with intention. Noticing if anything shifts as you think about that. Maybe it's more comfortable. Maybe it's less comfortable. Maybe it doesn't feel as safe. Breathing it in and out. And bring a hand to heart and another hand to top, sending yourself some compassion and kindness for the journey, for all the people and ways of the world and ways of medicine that taught us not to be kind to ourselves, not to treat ourselves well, not to appreciate how far we've come and all the things that we do well, and instead to focus on what could be better or what we could do better. And letting today on purpose be a celebration of you loving yourself and caring yourself for yourself as much as you care for others. Taking that same lens that you view those you love and those you care for and care about to yourself. Noticing that it likely feels uncomfortable. But no harm will likely come from caring for yourself and being kind to yourself and telling generous stories about your body and yourself, befriending yourself. Maybe you could try it for this one day and see what happens. Flipping your hands to the uncomfortable hold, noticing the discomfort or unfamiliarity, and letting yourself enjoy it nonetheless. Enjoying rubbing the top hand on the bottom hand, releasing some cortisol, luxuriating in the breath, letting it be the breath a hug for your body, a balm, a gift, all the way to your fingernails and toenails. Noticing any discomfort or unfamiliarity and letting that be. If someone else were feeling uncomfortable in the same process, what would you tell them? What would you tell me as I navigate this? And could you say the same thing to yourself? Massage that top hand on the bottom hand. Enjoy the melting cortisol. And maybe a sense of more calm and peace spreading over you. Bringing your hands together, rubbing them, creating some energy, heat energy, energizing yourself, creating kindness, warmth, acceptance, non-judgment, all the good stuff. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum, finger pads will touch one another. Create some energy between your elbows and enjoy the energy. Create some energy in the contact of the thumbs to your sternum and sending yourself that positive energy that you bring out into the world for others, sending it inward, wrapping your heart with it, taking in a big breath to seal it in. And a huge exhale, letting go of some of the old habits of forgetting about yourself in the mix or judging yourself harshly. Once again, breathing in the positivity, kindness, and caring for yourself, simply as well as you care for others, including yourself in the circle of care and kindness and love. And exhaling, releasing any tension. And we will lower our hands, open our eyes, and just release and have a little shimmy. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears as absolutely tight as you can. Enjoy all the sensations, massage your occiput. Today, potentially creating some energy in the contact and in the muscle squishing, not just releasing tension, but creating energy with the release. Exhale, lower your shoulders, let it melt, and open your palms, let your fingers land, and notice the shifts. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Your palms will come together and you'll sweep them down to heart center. Press the thumbs into your sternum, sending some more of the kindness and love towards yourself. Lowering hands once again, sweeping them out and up, and let them drip down to heart center, placing that connection there. Closing eyes for a moment and sending yourself some kindness and love towards you. What might it look like to be more kind and loving towards yourself? Huge inhale. Send the breath to the thumbs pressing into the sternum. Exhale, shooting your arms back up to the sky and sweeping them around in a circle, bringing them back together at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, reach them up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Send your pointer fingers to the sky. Create a little energy in the side body. Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, tip leftward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tip rightward. Inhale, come back to center. Fold your hands, interlace all fingers, and flip your palms to the sky, coming into that seated cow with a slight arch back. Exhale, round forward. Let the energy move here. Inhale, slight arch, reach up to the sky. Exhale, round forward. Suck your belly all the way back. enjoying the stretch, sending yourself kindness and Valentine's Day love in the stretch to every nook and cranny of your back that works so hard to hold you up, appreciating it. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, open your arms wide, and we're going to wrap ourselves into eagle arms. Elbows at shoulder height. Take a pause here for a moment. Inhale into every nook and cranny of the space between your scapula. Exhale, soften it. Inhale, sending that kindness and non-judgment and acceptance to your shoulders. Exhale, let it out. Inhale some gratitude and appreciation to your shoulders for all the things that they help you do. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, round forward. Bring your elbows into your belly. Let your head and neck soften. Scoop and round. Close your eyes and take a moment here to send yourself some kindness and well wishes, directing them inward or to any pocket of your body that's cranky or needing attention. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, bring elbows back up to shoulder height. Untangle, press them into the side walls. Make those tight fists and just flick away whatever you'd like to flick away. A sort of a catharsis, healing, and creating some heat and energy. My intention is to create some positive energy today. Really flicking, noticing the heat coming into your shoulders, reaching your arms up to the sky, creating some more energy. Have a shimmy. Let it be fun and light, not too serious. Bringing your hands in front, flicking your hands here. And pause with your hands wide open. Stretch your fingers. Let it feel good. Reaching them back up to the sky, totally stretched out. And opening them wide once again. And we're going to come into eagle arms the opposite way, if you can remember which way you went. I cannot. You'll notice once you do it. Bring your elbows to shoulder height and pause there. And when your brain stumbles, can you laugh at it? Not thinking you should know. That's always our first thought. How come I didn't pay attention? But oh well. Doesn't really matter most of the time anyway. Sending kindness into the scapula and into any tight pockets, maybe inviting a little bit of a rock or a little bit of a flow here to lighten the mood and any tension. And let this be sort of an act of love, the crisscross of the hands. It's a bit of a hug. And the stretch for your scapula is also kindness. We rarely tend to this part of our body that does so much work for us. Pressing elbows against each other. Enjoy the sensations. Release. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, round forward, curl, drop your head and neck, and enjoy this stretch here. Release, loosen. Let it feel really good. Inhale, come back up to neutral. Untangle, press your arms into the side walls. And we'll lower them down by our sides. Shrug your shoulders up once again. Enjoy the energy shifts. Let this be about moving energy, creating energy. Rather than conserving it, creating it, energizing and sending gifts of kindness and love to every little cell, even in the pinky fingers. Lower your shoulders, melt. Let it feel amazing. Take in a big breath, open eyes, and stretch your legs long in front. You can stay up on something or not. Let your legs be fully extended. Stretch your toes. Enjoy and appreciate your toes, sending them kindness. When they hurt, nothing works. And so appreciate that they work well. Potentially move them either one at a time or all the toes and the big toe in opposite directions. Stretch the toes wide. Relax your toes. Point your toes long and enjoy your shins. Let the energy run all the way up into your belly through your feet. Flex ankles. Bring your toes towards your knees. Let the energy run through the backs of your legs. Press your heels all the way forward and tilt at the waist forward, hinging at the waist. Let your heart shine forward. Close eyes, and with intention, let that energy move. Let that energy go wherever it is needed. Maybe it's going towards your heart. Maybe it's going towards your belly. Noticing where it's going. Send the breath to the backs of the legs. Hinge forward a wee bit more on the exhale. Inhale once again. And exhale, notice the energy move. Where does it go when you don't control it? Perhaps where it's needed. See if you can notice something you might never have noticed before. Point your toes. Notice the shift in energy. Flex your ankles. Spread your toes wide. Appreciating and loving your toes for all that they do. We spend a lot of time criticizing whatever they look like, but appreciate them this morning. Relax. And we'll slide back up, and you'll take out your bolster or block or whatever you're on, and come to hands and knees. And enjoy a cat-cow and let it be joyful. You might tuck your toes under and give them a little bit of a stretch here as well. Inhale for cow and let the belly stretch and the lower back stretch be wonderful. Let this be a kind gift to yourself. Let the cat stretch be a gift to yourself, an expression of self-love and appreciation and gratitude for all the cells here that are getting some attention that we barely notice most of the time, except when they hurt. Enjoy a couple more, slow, fast, do what feels good to you this morning. When it feels complete, come back to center tabletop. Untuck your toes if they're tucked. And we're going to do that sass wag your tail move. So you'll bring your right hip forward and your chin over the right shoulder, bringing them as close together as you can. And switch sides. Go to the left. Left hip comes forward. You look left. And switch to the right. Let the energy move. Let the stretch feel good. Let it be an act of kindness. And if anything isn't an act of kindness because it hurts, don't do it. Gaze over to the left. Left hip is going to come forward. And once more to the right. And complete the cycle, whichever one you started on. It might be different. Come back to tabletop. We're going to lower our forearms, come into puppy pose. Palms will be on the floor. Spread your fingers, send your hips towards the sky, your forehead on the floor. Walk your elbows forward. Let the energy move, run through your fingers, your shoulders, your armpits. Use the breath and notice where it moves. Inhale and exhale. Send the inhale to your root chakra, the bottom of your spine. And the exhale, maybe out your arms. Let the breath flow to all the little pockets, sending little gifts of oxygen and kindness and care. On purpose, like a present or a package or of appreciation or kindness. Send the breath into any more pockets in your shoulders and armpits that might be available now that weren't in the first few breaths. Last breath here in puppy. Enjoy it. Spread your fingers. Let the energy shift even more. Lots of purposeful stretch. Relax. You're going to plant your hands, press up to tabletop, and we're going to slide forward into Sphinx pose. On your belly, forearms on the floor, palms flat. Spread your fingers wide. Notice the tops of your feet. Engage your rear end and your lower back, and let your heart shine all the way forward. Gaze forward, taking a moment to think about where you might want to be or how you might want to feel if you were treating yourself kindly, lovingly. What might you do differently? Send the breath into your belly all the way down to your toes and out the other way. If you were appreciative of your body and you were friends and you were kind to it, what might you do differently? Huge breath in, pour it all the way down to your big toe. Exhale, let it out. As you let it out, let your heart shine forward, gaze forward, thinking about where that kind, loving version of you towards yourself, where is she headed? If that were the new normal. And we will curl our toes, bring your hands back by your sides, press back to child's pose, because kind and loving version of you would always do child pose after a Sphinx. Set your hips way back, sag your hips all the way down towards your heels. I recommend knees apart. And see if you can shimmy your hands and sink in. Let it be juicy and loving with your forehead on the floor or your third eye on the floor. And in that dark stillness, take a moment to reflect. If you were as kind and loving to yourself as you are to all the other people that you love and care for, what might you do differently? How might you think about where you are or what's happening in your life? Might you change something? Do more of something, do less of something? It could be an action, it could be a thought. Who knows? Could be spending time with loved ones. Whatever comes up, that can be. Walk hands to the left, right hand to top left, and stretch from the right middle finger through the right hip, creating space in every nook and cranny of the side body. You might gaze out under the right armpit. Let it be a bit energetic here, not just a stretch. Breathing in the energy created. And exhale, let it out through the armpit and the fingers. Parts of our body we usually ignore. Walking hands slowly to the right. Same thing, left hand to top right, left middle finger stretches long, left hip stretches back. Gazing out potentially over the left armpit or under it, sorry. Breathe and enjoy. 3 big breaths here. And we'll walk back to center. Bringing your hands by your ears, and you'll press up, come up to tabletop. Maybe enjoy a cat-cow to undo any kinks here. Find steady. Notice the tops of your feet and your knees and your hands. And we're going to reach our right arm up to the sky. Thread the needle through the left hand and the left knee, coming onto your right ear. Enjoy the stretch. And reach that left arm forward. Envision yourself sort of wrapping yourself in a hug here. You might even take that right hand and wrap it into the armpit or the shoulder. Squeeze a little. You can decide what feels good. Or maybe it feels better on the floor. You choose. 2 more breaths here. In this twisted up pretzel, send the breath wherever it's needed with kindness rather than judgment to any cranky spots. And if something is calling out, pay attention, even if it's a toe or a toenail or a who knows what. It could be a surprising spot. And for today, let that energy flow. Create energy. We often think we have to conserve it, but let this be a practice of creating more with that kind, loving, caring energy that we all have so much of, that we give away all day. Give a bit to yourself. Bring that left hand back by your face. Press into it, untangle, enjoy a release stretch. Maybe you'll roll your hand or your wrist. Come back to tabletop. Have a cat-cow or a wagging the tail. Do what feels good to your spine. Give yourself a moment to choose whatever that is. And we'll do the other side. Left hand reaches to the sky, thread it through the right hand and knee, left ear on the floor, and stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch the right arm long. Let it feel good. You might wrap the left hand into the right shoulder, but you do you. And it might be different than the other side. Play with it. Today, let it be light, non-judgmental. Notice the energizing that comes when you send yourself kindness and care without judgment. And you stop controlling, letting the energy flow from a place of kindness. bringing your right hand back by your face. Untangle, stretch the left arm wherever it wants to go, and come back to tabletop. We're going to come into downward dog here. Walk your hands forward, shoot your hips up, and arrive in whatever dog feels good to you here. You likely will pedal or walk the dog. And shoot your hips up to the sky. Take a moment here, upside down, to simply reflect. When we flip ourselves upside down, we have new insights, new perspectives. Is there a story you might want to stop telling? Or a story about your life, a narrative, that you might want to start telling? They can all be true, but it's where you focus your attention. What if you focused your attention on kind, loving, and caring stories about yourself and your body? Walking your hands towards your feet, come into ragdoll or forward fold, whatever you want to call it, and let it feel amazing. You can grasp opposite elbows, sink your knees, let it be juicy, a bit of a shift to rock. Maybe it's an active twist. Maybe it's the word undulating is coming to mind. You might bend and straighten your knees. Notice what happens to the energy when you do that. Lower hands, take a breath, and find your center, lifting up all 10 toes. Send them down one at a time, stretching them wide, letting your toes be energizers. Use the earth's energy, suck it up through your feet, into your legs, into your belly, and unroll inch by inch by inch by inch by inch by inch, slowly, till you come to stand. And when you come to stand, hang out there for a minute. Let things adjust. You might want to adjust yourself, you choose. And settle into mountain pose. Tadasana. Notice what your body wants to do. Standing tall in an energized shavasana today. You might notice if your knees are locked and give them a little bounce or a little flexibility, maybe lifting up all 10 toes, rooting them down. Inhale and grow a little taller. Exhale, let it out. Opening eyes, and just notice where you are in space. Find your fingers, give them a wiggle. Inhaling your arms out and up towards the sky. Your palms will come together, drip them down in front, and we'll circle them down and around once again. We're going to do this a few times, letting it feel good in the shoulders, creating some energy, stripping your hands down the front body, circling them out. Use your belly here. Palms come together, drip them down. Once more, circling out and up. Stop at the top and circle them the opposite way. So out and down, bringing your palms together. Touch your thumbs to your sternum before you continue on. Reaching them up and out. Bringing your thumbs back to your sternum. A check-in with each one. And do about the same number as you did on the other side. Notice what's happening here with your energy. Bringing your palms together at heart center. Pause. Close your eyes. Notice your toes, the soles of both feet, every cell on the bottom of your feet connected into the earth. And take a moment here to notice the energy moving. Where is it? What happens when you take a big breath? Breathing in love and kindness for yourself, all that you do, gifting yourself energy. Noticing the energy that comes with loving breaths rather than judgment, and exhale, soften in. Lowering hands and circling them out and up once again. Bringing your hands forward, we're going to come into a forward fold, and you can have blocks if you want or not. I am, because they're kind, for my foot. You'll come into that forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Let the half lift be energizing. Your rear end sticks out. Your back is flat. You'll notice lots of energy moving in the backs of the legs. You might even gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale once again for that half lift. Gaze forward. Exhale, lower down. Moving the blocks, if you have them, plant your hands. We're going to come to plank, and you can do it with knees on the floor, off the floor, you choose. Pause here, close your eyes, and notice the energy in plank. Find your core and your belly. Notice your hands. Adjust so you're comfortable. And take 3 breaths here. Letting the energy move, letting the heat come. And we're going to shift our weight forward. Lower down, chaturanga, towards the earth. Let your forehead land. Weight is out of your hands. And you'll inhale, lift up for a low cobra. Let the energy pour into the lower back, tops of the feet, all the way to your big toes. Exhale, lower down. Curl your toes, press into your hands, and lift up to down dog kindly, taking care of anything that needs care. And in down dog, take a moment to enjoy it. You might walk the dog, you might wag your tail. It's kind of fun. Bending one knee and the other. You might bend both knees and bring your shins parallel to the floor. Just notice some heat there. And shoot your hips up. Gaze at the view between your legs. And even in this unusual position, there's lots of interesting things to notice. Lifting up your toes, all 10 of them. Lowering them down. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into the ragdoll. Take a moment here. Shaking it out. Sway. Lower hands to the floor. We're going to sink hips back into chair pose here. Bring your palms together at heart center. And notice your feet here. And be on parts of your feet that don't hurt. Let your hips sink way, way back. And you might reach your arms forward. And notice the heat and energy here. Wiggling your fingers. If you don't want to do chair, you don't have to. You can come up to whatever pose you like. Mountain pose comes to mind. Sinking, maybe let there be a little bounce. Bring your hands back to heart center. Bringing them forward, if it's okay for your shoulders, and back to heart center. Lower your hands, shoot your hips up, enjoy a release, shake it out. And when your back feels ready and things are shooken out, not a word, unroll up to stand and arrive in mountain pose. Take a moment here to notice how you feel. Notice the energy moving. Notice your breath. Notice your heart. Take a moment to appreciate with kindness whatever's happening, whatever part of that you could do. Let it feel good. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Let them be breaths of gratitude, appreciation, kindness, caring. Caring for yourself with the same level of kindness and care and empathy and compassion you send to others. When you think about it that way, there's often a big difference. What do you send to your children or your partner or your friends or your patients? It's a different energy to it. Maybe consider sending yourself more of what you send to others. Opening eyes and noticing where you are, hands to heart. Sending yourself some non-judgment for the journey thus far, for all of the judgments you may have sent to yourself, the frustration that you feel when you feel like your body is betraying you, or things aren't working the way they should, or you haven't done what you think you should. Just sending yourself kindness, compassion for that. We were trained to do that, but we can opt out. Bringing hands together at heart center, create a little more heat and energy through the hands, a lot of energy. Bringing thumbs to your sternum, sending them into your heart space like light, golden light. from the sun, sort of sparkling out to fingers, toes, into your belly, wherever it needs to go. Open eyes, lower your hands and circle them out and up. Palms will come together. We'll hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale for that half lift. Your back is flat, stick your rear end out. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. If you don't want to do plank, you can go to downward dog and hang out there. If you want to do plank, pause here. Enjoy the energy being created from your center here. And if you need to be on your knees, you can do that too. That is better than the other. We're going to come into side plank. You can do this on your knees or not. Drop your heels to the left, reach your right arm up, and let the energy flow here. You can roll your wrist. You might bring it over your ear to the sky. You might bring it behind you. Play with it. Let it be fun. Come back to tabletop. And if it's not fun and your shoulder doesn't like it, please don't do it. Hurting yourself is not the intention. Drop your heels to the right, plant into your right hand and reach your left arm up. Reach that left arm over, up, behind you. Do what feels good. Take a breath in the spot that you like the most and a big exhale. Don't hold your breath here. Come back to tabletop, find steady. And when you're ready, shift lower down chaturanga to the floor. Inhale for that low cobra. Your weight is out of your hands. You should be able to pick them up. Gaze forward. Let your heart shine forward. Lower your forehead down. Bring your hands by your sides, palms up. Inhale and lift up into locust pose. Your feet will come up, your hands will come up, your head will come up. Breathe 2 breaths here. Sending kindness all the way to your big toe and the bottoms of your feet. Wrap your hands so your thumbs come up to the sky and your palms are facing outward. Exhale, lower down, release. Take a moment here. Notice the energy moving. Notice the energy that comes when we are filling ourselves with kindness and compassion and energy on purpose, rather than perhaps judging your lack of energy. Bring your hands by your sides. Uncurl your toes, press up into downward dog. And breathe. Walk the dog, shoot your hips up. Let this be a luxurious stretch that feels really good. Walking hands back towards your feet, come into the ragdoll. And you can stay here, or we're going to come into chair pose once again for people who want to. For those who want to, bring your hands to heart center, sink your hips back, gaze forward, and notice the energy move, lifting up all 10 toes. Be on the 4 corners of your feet. Lower your toes, sink your hips. Maybe shoot your arms forward, wiggling fingers, let it be light. Bring your hands back to heart center. Remember to breathe. Lower hands, shoot your hips up and breathe. Pour the breath through wherever it's needed. And when you feel ready, unroll up to stand, arms out and up, palms come together and drip them forward to heart center. Send the thumbs, pressing them together, pressing them into the sternum, sending yourself some kind, caring, compassionate, loving energy, appreciation. Letting go of the judgment and the stories, noticing it. And if you're not ready to let go of it, just notice it. How might things look and feel and be different if you were kind to yourself, had your own back, treated yourself like you do others, sending yourself love? And if that's hard to find, notice how others love you, non-judgmentally, or a lot less judgmentally. Maybe your children, maybe a partner, maybe a friend, and borrow their view. they're likely much more patient, more kind, more flexible. Lowering hands, opening eyes, and just shake things out for a moment. We're going to come to the top of the mat, and you'll step your right foot back, come into warrior two with kindness to your feet. Cartwheel your arms open, gaze over that front middle finger. Flip your front palm up, tip back into reverse warrior. Let this just feel good. A stretch, fill your breath with kindness and love. Cartwheel forward into side angle. Reach your arm over. Let it feel just luxurious and loving here as well. Cartwheel back up to warrior two. You're going to straighten your front knee, engage your right glute. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your toes to face the side of the mat. Bring your heels in, toes out, and come into a 5-point star. Let the energy pour through your fingers, wiggling fingers. Notice each toe on the floor. Bring your hands back to your hips and sink down into goddess pose. Enjoy a few bounces here. Notice if you're folding forward and sit up tall. If you want, you can lift up heels, do what feels good for your feet, and sink a little lower if you have a little more room. Notice the energy and embracing that kind of goddess energy. Goddesses are not mean to themselves. I mean, I actually don't know, but I'm going to say they're not. Like if you treated yourself like a goddess, what would that look like? If you want to, you can come up with another word for it too. Shoot back up into a 5-point star. Notice the energy of the star. Opening arms out to the sides. You're going to turn your back, your left foot pigeon-toed, your right foot forward, bend into warrior two facing backwards for most of you. Pause here, find your inner warrior. Flip the front palm up, tip back into reverse warrior. Let this feel amazing. Cartwheel back to warrior two, into side angle. Enjoy the energy, letting the energy move, getting it unstuck. But not from a place of pushing, from a place of kindness and love. Every cell in your body deserves some breath, some care. We ask a lot of our bodies, and can we support them well? They're unlikely betraying us on purpose. They might need a little more energy and attention and care and kindness. Cartwheel back up to warrior two, gazing over your front right middle finger. What if the head of that finger is a life where you are kind to yourself? You treat yourself with the same kindness and care and love and compassion that you give to everyone else. Straight your front knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn both feet so they're parallel to the front and back of the mat. Hinge at the waist. Lower your hands to the floor or blocks, whatever you've got. And tip upside down here. Let the energy move through you. Releasing your back. Shake your head. You might walk your hands between your feet if that feels good. And if this doesn't feel good, or you have high blood pressure, stay up on your fists and keep your back flat. You can still enjoy the energy shift in the backs of the legs. Walking hands back in front, planting your fists on the floor. You're going to heel toe your feet in to yogi squat, coming down onto your forefoot, balls of your feet. Can't think of the word here. Lifting up, elbows into your knees, coming into a yogi squat. With the hands, sending your heart kindness and love, and sinking into your root chakra here, that part of you that's like your root, your who you are. Just sending it a little bit of kindness and compassion and love and care on purpose. One more breath. Lower hands, shoot your feet to face forward, come into that forward fold and sag. In your ragdoll, let it feel good, sending kindness to the lower back, to your feet.
Noticing the energy moving. Lower hands. Inhale and unroll up to stand. Let your arms reach out and up. Bringing your palms together, drip them to your heart. Palms together, thumbs pressing into the heart, sending your sternum and the positive energy in through the sternum to the heart space, wrapping your heart with kindness and care. Fold your hands so you have one hand on your chest, the other hand atop, hand on heart. Close eyes, sending yourself some oxytocin, kindness, care, gratitude, and appreciation. Drowning out some of those old habits, pressing it in, enjoying it, appreciating it, noticing how your energy feels. Send yourself big, delicious, deep, luxurious, kind breaths, abundant breaths. Exhale, let it out. Open your eyes and just shaking out everything before we lie down because it's kind. Shaking, 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 shaking. And we will come to lie on the floor. You can, if you have a block or a bolster, you can grab that because it'll be a little bit fun. You have it. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor, knees hips width, and settle in. Let the earth hold you for a minute, rocking on the sacrum, finding center, lifting up your feet, lowering them down, enjoying each cell on the sole of the foot, touching the floor, each toe. Notice your fingertips, your palms, your forearms, your sacrum, all the way up to the occiput. Letting yourself melt into the floor. 2 deep breaths here of just enjoyment. Kind, healing vibes, loving, appreciative vibes. Drowning out the noise over the years of all of the comments that you may have said to yourself that you wish you hadn't. We are going to come into an active bridge pose. Walk your feet towards your rear end, press into your feet, lift your hips up to the sky, shimmy shoulders underneath, lifting the hips up like stoplights, and enjoy the energetic shifts here. You're engaging your glutes. Remember to breathe. Lifting up all 10 toes, lifting your hips higher. Planting your toes, perhaps lifting up onto the balls of your feet, onto tippy toes. Reach your hips higher. Lower your feet. Find steady, lift your hips even higher. Untuck your shoulders and unroll to the floor. Take a moment to land and arrive with kindness, untucking anything that needs a wiggle. Bring your knees to your chest. Squeeze tight, 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 forehead to knees, squeezing your face, everything squeezing, perhaps squeezing your toes too, or flexing your ankles. Do what feels good here. Exhale, lower down and land. If you have a block, you can slide it under your hips here. We're going to come into a supported bridge, lowest or medium setting on the block. If you don't have the block, come into an active bridge for a moment. And just take a moment here to settle. If you're in the supported bridge, let your sacrum connect to the block and the earth underneath. And if you are in an active bridge, lower down and land. Find your sacrum on the floor, connecting this triangular bone at the base of your spine into the earth deeply. You're going to find your belly button, suck your navel towards your spine, in your mind, of course. Raise one knee to the sky, 90 degrees. On the block, you may want to go to the lower setting, and if you don't have a block, then on the floor. And you'll raise your left foot to meet the right foot. Engage your belly here. Raise one foot to the sky and the other foot to the sky in an inversion of the legs of feet up the wall. And you can have your sacrum on a block or on the floor. It doesn't matter. Do what feels best to your back and your sacrum. I encourage you to roll your ankles out in lots of directions. Let this feel really luxurious. Maybe point and flex your toes. Play with it. Your palms are on the earth to support you. This is a bit of an energetic reset. It's like feet up the wall, which if anyone wants to do that for Shavasana, I encourage you to try it. Wiggling toes here. Close your eyes and just notice what happens to the energy with your feet up above your heart and your head. Remember to breathe. Send the breath to your pinky fingers. When this feels complete, bend one knee and the other. Lower one foot and then the other, taking your time. Pause in supported bridge if you are there. And if you're already on the floor without a block, then just pause and settle into the earth. When you are in supported bridge and ready, lift your hips up, slide the block out, lower your sacrum to the floor and melt in. Move the block out of the way as well. Come knock-kneed, bring your arms over your head in an easy cactus. Drop your knees to the right in a twist, an easy twist. You might gaze to the left if that feels good. Allowing the energy to move and noticing your energy today at the end of class. How does it feel? Bringing knees back to center, waggle them out a little bit. Find center, untuck anything that's tangled. Notice your shoulders, come knock-kneed, pause, and tip leftward. Right knee is going to reach towards the front left corner of the mat. Gaze rightward. Let it feel amazing. Bringing knees back to center. Untuck shoulders, sacrum, whatever needs untucking. You'll bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart, coming into Supta baddha konasana once again. Hand to heart, hand to belly. If you want blocks under your knees because that's kind and loving, take a moment to do that today. You could also put pillows. If you want a blanket for Shavasana, do that. Bring a hand to heart and a hand to belly if it's okay for your shoulders. And arrive in Supta baddha konasana. Enjoy it. Taking a moment to listen to your heart and your belly, whatever's going on inside. If there's another body part calling out, listen to it. When we finally slow down enough to listen, there's a lot of wisdom there. Our hearts hold wisdom that our minds do not. Our bodies hold wisdom that our minds do not. And you can stay here for our Shavasana today. You could also go to the wall and put your feet up, doing a feet up the wall Shavasana, or you could just stretch your legs long and come into a traditional Shavasana. You choose, but allow yourself to settle in whichever you choose. Taking a moment to intentionally let go of control of all the muscles, fingers, toes. You might squeeze them tight, including your face, and relax, let them go. And allow the earth beneath you to hold you and support you. Let its energy do the work here. Let this be a practice of restoration, refilling, integration. Perhaps inviting this idea of being as kind to yourself and your body and thoughtful and caring and open-minded as you are to those you love. And allowing yourself to settle in, letting that settle, taking in a huge deep breath and a huge delicious exhale. Shavasana. Gently beginning to deepen your breath. One breath at a time, no rush. Slowly starting to wiggle fingers and toes. And enjoying a delightful stretch wherever you are. If your feet are on the walls, slide yourself down to a fetal position, and you can stretch when you arrive seated. And we'll make our way back to a seat where we began, your sit bones connecting into the earth beneath you, and bring a hand to heart and a hand on top. Taking a moment here to, with intention, be kind to yourself. Be as kind and loving towards your body, and accepting and appreciative and grateful as you are to others or expect them to be or think is reasonable. Thinking about babies, my granddaughters are, I don't know, almost 3 months old. They might be 3 months old today, actually. And they have discovered their hands, and they look at their hands with absolute wonder and joy and touch one against the other and eat them. But their delight with that, imagine having that kind of delight with our bodies again, appreciating the wonder of what they can do. They don't notice all the things they can't do. It's just wonder, love, kindness, non-judgment, curiosity. Imagine if you brought that to your own body. Taking in a big deep breath and an exhale. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. May we all move forward, treating ourselves with a bit more kindness, love, appreciation, gratitude, non-judgment, curiosity. And may we all move forward, creating more positive energy for ourselves, to heal ourselves, care for ourselves, and make our lives a little bit more fun. Have an amazing Valentine's Day. The light and love and energy in me reflects and honors the light and love and energy in each and every one of you. Namaste.